Have you ever looked at your garden and felt like no matter what you do, nothing works? The leaves turn yellow, the plants stop growing, flowers fall off before fruit appears, and every morning it feels like your garden is quietly giving up. That was exactly me. I watered more, I bought expensive fertilizers, I even tried those miracle garden tricks people swear by online. Nothing changed. My tomatoes looked weak, my peppers were barely alive, even the soil felt tired. I was honestly ready to pull everything out and start over. But then I tried something so simple, so ridiculously cheap, that I almost didn't believe it myself. It wasn't a fancy fertilizer. It wasn't some rare organic product. It was trash. And after just a short time, my plants started changing. Today, I'll show you exactly what I used, how I used it, and why this old gardener's trick can wake up dying plants faster than most people expect. And trust me, you probably throw this away every single day. The moment I knew something was wrong. At first, I blamed the weather. Too much sun, too much rain, maybe bad seedlings. But after weeks of watching my plants struggle, I realized the real problem was underground. The soil had become weak. That's something many gardeners don't notice. When the soil loses nutrients, plants don't just grow slower. They begin to struggle in ways that look confusing. Leaves curl, stems stay thin, fruit stays tiny, roots stop expanding. You keep watering, but the plant still looks thirsty. That was exactly what I was seeing. Then one older gardener told me something I'll never forget. He said, "If your soil is hungry, your plants will always look sick." And that's when I tried this trash hack. The trash that changed everything. The secret? Banana peels. Yes, plain banana peels. Most people throw them in the bin without thinking. But banana peels are packed with nutrients plants love. They contain potassium, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals that help plants in powerful ways. Potassium helps flowers and fruit develop. Phosphorus supports strong roots. Calcium helps prevent weak growth and leaf problems. That combination can make a huge difference, especially for tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, eggplants, and flowering plants. But here's the important part. Most people use banana peels the wrong way. They toss big chunks on top of the soil and expect magic. That usually attracts flies, slows decomposition, and sometimes does almost nothing. The real trick is how you prepare it. Here's exactly what I did. I took 2 banana peels. That's it. First, I chopped them into very small pieces. Smaller pieces break down much faster and release nutrients more efficiently. Then I dug a shallow ring around the base of each plant, about 3 to 4 inches away from the stem. That part matters. Never bury scraps right against the stem. Too close can cause rot and attract pests. After making the shallow ring, I buried the chopped banana peel pieces lightly under the soil. Then I watered normally. That's all. No chemicals, no expensive products, no complicated mixing. Just kitchen waste used the smart way. What happened next surprised me. I didn't expect much. Honestly, I thought maybe it was another internet gardening myth. But after about a week and a half, I noticed something. The leaves looked greener. Then the stems started thickening. Then new growth appeared. And the biggest surprise? Flowers. Plants that had been sitting there doing almost nothing suddenly began pushing out new blossoms. That's when I knew it wasn't luck. The soil was waking up. And when the soil improves, plants respond fast. Not because of magic, because nutrients finally became available again. Why this works better than people think. Here's something many gardeners don't realize. Plants don't just need nitrogen. A lot of beginner fertilizers focus heavily on leafy growth. That gives you lots of green leaves, but not always strong roots, flowers, or fruit. Banana peels help balance that. The potassium especially helps plants direct energy towards blooming and fruiting. That's why gardeners often notice better tomatoes, peppers, and flowering plants after using this trick. But there's another reason this works. As the peel breaks down, it also feeds beneficial soil microbes. Healthy microbes help unlock nutrients already trapped in the soil. So you're not just adding food, you're improving the whole underground system. That's why wheat gardens sometimes bounce back so quickly. A faster version if your plants are struggling badly. If your plants already look very weak, there's an even faster method. Take 2 banana peels. Cut them up. Put them in a jar or bucket with water. Let it sit for 24 to 48 hours.
The water will pull out some of the nutrients. Then use that water around the base of your plants. Don't pour it on the leaves, just the soil. This creates a gentle nutrient boost. It's not as long-lasting as burying the peels, but plants often respond faster. I like using the soak for struggling plants and the buried peels for long-term improvement. Important mistake most people make. Now here's the warning. More is not better. Don't dump a pile of banana peels around one plant. Too much organic matter in one spot can rot badly and attract pests. Use a little at a time. Small amounts repeated occasionally work much better than overloading the soil. And never bury fresh scraps too deep. Keep it shallow so the soil life can break it down properly. That small detail makes a big difference. The bigger lesson every gardener should remember. That little trash hack taught me something important. A struggling garden doesn't always need expensive solutions. Sometimes the answer is already in your kitchen. People throw away valuable plant food every day without realizing it. Banana peels, eggshells, vegetable scraps. Used correctly, they can slowly rebuild tired soil. And once the soil gets stronger, everything changes. The leaves look healthier. The roots grow deeper. Flowers become fruit. That's when gardening becomes exciting again. Final thoughts. So if your garden looks tired, don't give up on it yet. Before you buy another expensive fertilizer, try this simple old gardener's trick. Chop up a banana peel. Bury it near the roots. Water normally. Then watch closely. Because sometimes the thing we call trash is exactly what a dying garden needed. And if you try this, give it a little time. The change might surprise you the same way it surprised me. If you want, I can also turn this into a more viral version with stronger first 15 seconds, better retention beats, and thumbnail ideas for higher CTR.